Okay, we're on. Good evening. Welcome to the public meeting for 2/15/22. We just came out of non-public under RSA 91-A:3, A, compensation, B, hiring, and L, legal advice. We get a motion to seal those.
Yeah, I would move to seal the minutes from tonight's non-public, save for those things that are required for the bookkeeper, and to keep the contents sealed until such time as the majority of the board determines the circumstances no longer apply.
Second.
Second by Charlie. Any discussion? All in favor? Kate?
Kate, you muted.
Charlie?
Aye.
Matt?
Aye.
I'm an aye. So we can do the Pledge of Allegiance?
You have to do the February 9th, otherwise you're going to end up.
Oh, I'm sorry. There was no date on there.
It's
Oh,
February 9th.
okay. Let me do this and I'll do that. Pledge allegiance to the flag
Of the
United States of America, and to the republic for which it stands,
one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Can we just remain standing so we have a moment of silence for our past transfer station attendant, David Glover, who passed away? Thank you. And now I need a motion to seal the non-public from February 9th and
So moved.
15th. Second by Chair. So move. Second.
Second?
Second by Matt. Any discussion? Kate?
Aye.
Matt?
Aye.
Charlie?
Aye.
And I'm an aye. Number B, Senator Tom Sherman to address the board. Good evening, sir.
Good evening.
It's good to be back. And for the record, my name is Tom Sherman, State Senator, District
Recording
20.
in progress.
Sorry.
Should I start over?
Yep, you're good to go. Sorry.
For the record, my name is Tom Sherman, State Senator for District 24, which for now includes the town of Newton. And I'm here just to check in, which I've done from time to time, see how things are going and where I can be helpful. Also, there are a large number of bills, many of which really don't pertain to Newton, but I wanted to find out if you had any specific bills of concern. Probably in terms of our relationship, the most important bill is the one we'll be voting on tomorrow in session, which is redistricting. As you know, every 10 years, based on the new census, we redistrict or we draw new district lines. So the House this year, as Selectman Melvin can tell you, they took care of the redistricting for their own districts as well as for the congressional districts. The Senate is doing the executive council districts as well as the Senate districts. So in all of the versions, Newton is moving to District 23, which I believe is where you were before 2011.
I thought it was District 20.
No, it's Senator
In the yellow book, it was District 20.
Bill Gannon's district, correct?
Yeah. It was supposed to be Newton, Plastow, and when I saw it in the yellow book, now unless it's
Okay.
changed again, Newton, Plastow, and Southampton.
My understanding was that all of these would be going with Bill Gannon in District 23, but I can clarify that if,
So
The
there's another change.
House districts are different than the Senate districts.
Correct.
Right.
So maybe
This
that's
was a
right.
House district.
no, this is I'm talking about Senate
Oh,
district.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm sorry.
So,
Sorry,
right.
Tom.
Okay, on the Senate district, on the Senate side, Seabrook, Newton, Southampton, and Kensington, which are currently part of District 24, will be moving to District 23, which is Senator Gannon's district.
Oh.
And Exeter, which was one of his districts, will be moving to my district in District 24. So that, in many ways, it makes a lot more sense for Newton to be in District 23, being so proximal to East Kingston and high school issues and all of that are much more connected to that district. But it's been my pleasure to serve as your senator for these 4 years. And as I have done from time to time, stopping in and checking in and seeing if there's any major concerns that you have or areas where you'd like me to be, or any specific legislation on the Senate side. You're well covered on the House side, that raise your concerns.
This time of year, I start getting scared that we're going to have a blizzard on town meeting day again. And it always seems that, we had the 2 years in a row,
Right.
which the first year, nobody knew what to do, and that got kind of screwed up. And the second year, we knew what we were up against, still kind of problems, but it doesn't seem, and I could be wrong, but I don't think the problem was ever solved.
Actually, there was legislation in 2019, I believe, that did address it, so there is a mechanism for that. It's a little bit complex, but it does depend on the Weather Service and the Secretary of State's office. But it gives the option of closing if it's severe weather or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
But it has to track along with the Weather Service, so there's an objective measure. I can get you the exact RSA if that'd be helpful. Not that we're going to have any snow on
No.
Election Day.
I know, and I mean, it's complicated for us because we're in we have a district school system. So we have, essentially the concern where if Kingston wanted to do something else and we wanted to, cancel or whatever, so hopefully the RSA addresses that sort of situation as well, so.
I believe it's pretty comprehensive.
Yeah.
As you know, it was very controversial, so.
Right.
And the Secretary of State wanted to maintain, that was Bill Gardner at the time, he wanted to maintain the control over the
Right.
any delays or cancellations. Is there
Anybody else have anything? Oh, Diane?
Yeah, so I was reading today about Senate Bill 344, remote meetings.
Right.
So it sounded like that the Senate wasn't in favor of continuing with remote meetings, even though there was a place for people to be here.
Yeah. This is an issue where there were two bills, one from Senator Perkins Quokka and one from Senator Daniels, that would allow remote meetings. It looks like the one from Senator Perkins Quokka probably will not move forward, but most people are hoping that the one from Senator Daniels will. Honestly, Senator Gannon is pushing back pretty hard and believes that all meetings should be in person. So I think if you want to reach out to one person, it would be your future, most likely future senator, and let him know that you'd like this to continue. I can certainly, and I will speak up at session when we discuss these, especially Senator Daniels' bill. Senator Perkins Quokka's bill is up tomorrow, but Senator Daniels' bill is still working through the process. So we'll see what we're able to come up with. But I'm with you. I think there is there's a huge benefit to doing in-person meetings, but I don't think we're quite there in terms of safety. And what we've learned is that there's a benefit to doing in-person, but there's also a huge benefit to being able to do remote. Mm-hmm. And right now, statewide, our statutory commissions and committees, many of them can't reach quorum. And some of these are incredibly important. And I had a bill that was in front of the Senate that would have taken 4 of our commissions and committees that are really critical, one of which was the infant mortality committee. Very important to meet, to be able to track this and know what's going on. They can't meet because they can't reach quorum in person. So I think there needs to be some kind of accommodation, and that's what we're hoping. Senator Daniels, I mean, just from the political side, Senator Daniels is a Republican, and so that bill has the most likely chance of making it through the legislature, at least the Senate side, and it'll be up to you whether or not it'll make it on the other side.
Okay.
But I would reach out to Senator Gannon, and I will speak for you, but I think it'd be really helpful for him to hear from you.
I just think it's in the public's best interest this way here, you know, if they can't come out, they can still participate,
Yeah,
you know? I mean,
Oh,
we've been using it since the start of COVID, and we've had people on, you know, that have expressed their opinions.
it's really enhanced the public's access to
It's not
these
taking anything
meetings.
away from anybody.
Right. And so in my book, it increases public access, it increases involvement, engagement. I can't see any downside to that. So
Thank you.
I'm strongly in favor of it, but I'm not in the majority. And
Okay.
so it would be helpful to reach out to other senators, and, you know, I will be sure, actually, all of my towns are in favor of continuing this. That's 11 towns. And I can express that.
Okay. That'd be great. Appreciative, at least from my point of view. I don't know what how they feel.
You all had some PFAS exposure, correct? Is that, are you having any issues with DES or with any of the cleanup issues?
I don't believe so, no.
All that's okay?
No. Yeah.
And I think another issue that we had worked on was stormwater. And I believe the famous intersection is coming up within the next year, correct, in the 10-year plan?
I think so. I think it's next
Yeah.
year. Yep.
That's my memory. And I'm on transportation, so we will see the 10-year plan as it comes from the executive counselors. It'll come to our committee. So I'll make absolutely sure that
Good.
that's right. Anything else that I can help with?
Kate, do you have anything?
Nope.
Okay.
Tom,
Hi, Kate.
where is that 10-year plan for Newton right
It's-
now?
It should be coming before the legislature shortly. It's
Yeah.
still with the executive council. We have not seen it yet on Senate Transportation,
Okay.
but, and I think it would go to Public Works on your side, correct?
Yeah.
So that would be, but we are finding that with the new infrastructure, a lot of these projects we're getting a good boost of federal funding
Good.
with the infrastructure planning. I'm sorry, the infrastructure money coming in. I also wanted to mention one other area. It's one of the commissions that I serve on, our council. Actually, it's commission. I'm vice chair of the Drinking Water Groundwater Trust Fund Commission, and we're looking at different kinds of, for well water, providing some remediation on well water. So you'll be seeing this. We just voted to approve funding for this. And it's filtration systems for people who have tested positive. And it'll be administered through DES, Department of Environmental Services. And I know a lot of Newton is on well water.
The whole town
so-
is.
Hmm?
The whole town.
Yeah, that's right. And so with no public water systems, this could be a huge benefit for the town. So you might give it a couple of months. I believe, don't quote me on this, it may be retroactive, but it may be a benefit up to even about $1,200 per home if they have tested positive for contaminants.
For what?
For contaminants, there's PFAS, arsenic, manganese, lead, and so these are,
All of those? Okay, so if it's.
right. So the filtration system is one of the, typically you'll do either a charcoal-based or a reverse osmosis filtration system, depending on what your contaminant is. Everything but PFAS is easily removed by charcoal systems. But this is a really huge benefit to towns that have a lot of well water, have a lot of wells. So in my district, Stratham is very excited by it, and I wanted to make sure you all knew, and I'll be in Kensington Monday night, so I'll be able to share this with them as well. But if you haven't heard anything from DES on it, I would give them, we just approved it, and there's a time lag, so 3 to 4 months, and you can reach out to them. And if you have trouble getting an answer, reach out to me and we'll get an answer for you.
Great. Any more questions? Well, thank you.
All right, take care.
Thank
Good to see
you.
everybody again.
Okay, number C, Memorial School for Sand and Salt. You on there for that, Mike?
Says road agent.
Good evening.
Good evening.
The school administrator reached out to me 2 weeks ago. They've had some problems this year trying to get salt to cover the Newton campuses. So what Kingston has done for many years is they allow the school to purchase a load of salt. They mix it in with their inventory and use it as needed. They just track what they use. They've asked if they can do the same thing here in Newton. It doesn't change my operation one bit, one way or the other. They just have no facility to store salt during the winter. So they've asked the town of Newton to see if they would be willing to do that for the school.
Are they requesting you to lay it down?
No,
No? They're going to do it themselves?
yeah, they just need a place to store the salt. They have a sander.
Yeah.
Anybody have any questions or any issues with that?
You don't,
I don't have an issue as long as he doesn't have an issue.
exactly, that's the main thing. So you don't anticipate any issues with supply chain, adding somebody else on there?
Well, we won't
Everything.
purchase.
Yeah,
The school will have to purchase it directly
directly from,
from the salt,
Okay.
whether it be Morton, Easton, or Rock Chapel, one of the suppliers. They'll buy the load direct. It's an easy conversion, tonnage to salt, yard to salt and tonnage.
Now, Mike,
So-
do you load them?
Huh?
Do you load their
I'll
sander?
have to load them here because the town doesn't have any equipment.
Yeah.
Kingston's different. Kingston has their own equipment, so they work something different out with the town highway department in Kingston. But I'll have to load it here, and I'll just, logistically, I'll work it out with the school. They're gonna have to come during what would be our snow operation. So if they wanna load, they have to come while we're operational.
Right, that's what I was saying. Now, did they pay you for, no, they don't pay you for spreading it. Do they pay you for loading?
If they come during a snow operation while we're out there, I'm not gonna charge them. If I have to go there specifically to load one of their trucks, yeah, they're gonna get charged.
Okay, and that would be charged to the school?
Yeah, I'll charge the school directly. It have nothing to do with the town.
Okay. I don't have a problem with it.
So we don't need a vote on that, right?
I don't think so. Sounds
Kate, any
good.
questions on that? No? Okay.
No, I do not.
Okay.
Thanks.
Thank you.
What's that?
Yep.
So you're good with it, just to clarify the,
I would do a motion, and that way there he has it.
So why don't I do this? I would move to support the road agent's agreement with the district to store salt in, it's at the,
Transfer station.
well, it's not the transfer
it's a
station.
separate lot. It's a Dugway, yeah.
Yeah, on Dugway Road.
I'll second it.
Second by Charlie. Any more discussion? Kate?
Aye.
Matt?
Aye.
Charlie?
All right,
And I'm an aye. Okay.
What's that?
Good to go.
There's no EOC update tonight. Tricia's out sick.
It's not going to snow again, Mike, right?
So you don't want,
Okay.
want
I'll
to do
take it.
anything about the credit card readers?
Well, that's next.
Oh, well, that was part of her, I think that was her update.
Oh, well, I was treating it as a line item A. So A, ARPA town clerk, tax collector, wireless, credit card readers. So we just need a motion to pay that out of the ARPA funds.
How much is it?
I have no idea.
Nobody wants to do a motion?
I'm pulling it up.
It's like 1,000 and something.
I don't
Just
have any.
department heads just gotta remember that if you don't get pre-approval and you buy something, you better have the money in your budget if it's not covered.
So I would move to approve the invoice from Interware Development for $1,100 for the wireless credit card systems to come out of the ARPA funds.
Correct.
And that's a one-time cost, not a month, that's one time, right?
That's one time, I think it's just to purchase them, right?
Okay.
They don't do any, no grant does any really contract unless it's written in there, like for a monthly payment after that. So it's just for the terminals.
Thank you.
Who seconded that?
I did.
Charlie second. Kate?
Aye.
Charlie?
Aye.
Matt?
Aye?
Aye. Okay. E, extend cleaning service for town buildings. Who put
I
that on?
move to extend service for town buildings.
What did she say?
He wants to know who put this on.
Well, the agreement, whatever you want to call it, is up. So if you don't do something, then who's coming in to clean up?
Oh,
the
that's that
building?
Riley guy?
Yes.
Yeah, for the monthly.
No, I was
So
just
I'd
saying, because I
like to
think
make a
in your
motion.
email, it said contract.
He's looking for a contract.
Or he said contract. And one of you said contract. I said, no, it's not a contract, it was an agreement, right?
Whatever you want to call it.
He's got in here, I would like to invest in some equipment, supplies that would certainly allow me to do the job that I feel should be done. However, I don't want to invest money if the board decides in a month or two to terminate my contract.
Is there a quote in here, Diane? I'm not finding
It's the
it.
same as it was 100, it's like a, oh, hang on, let me go back and look, but it won't change the quote. That was the 17th we did that.
Yeah, because when I click on his thing, it only comes
Yeah,
up
it's
as
just-
the
right,
email.
Because
Yeah.
nothing's changed. So it's $400 a week for the town hall, the library, and the police station.
So you have, like, because it's not a contract, right? It's just, I know he used the word contract in his email, but he's asking for commitment, I think, from us. We're not signing to pay him $400 a week no matter what, right?
This is just to extend his monthly term, right?
Wait, February,
You gave him 4 weeks because you thought you
Right.
might hire somebody.
Right.
That has not happened, that is not going to happen. So you
Right.
need to come up with a solution for this problem at this time. So do you want to give him a year and then that way there you have time to find somebody? You
A
can't give
year
him,
seems long. Could
Yeah,
we
but
do it
I'm
4
just,
months?
in
As we
in
still look for-
concept, I agree with it. I don't think we're hiring anybody anytime
I
soon.
know Edvin he didn't talk about it tonight, but last week he supposedly had a new
that
person.
person has never gotten back to us.
Yeah, we're running into these people, I think, that are just checking the box.
I mean, we
for
could extend it to
unemployment.
July 1st. What's that?
Well, I
Yeah.
think he's looking for more of a commitment, otherwise he's going to walk away and we're not going to have anybody.
But
Are you sure he's gonna walk away, or he just won't have the ultimate equipment?
He doesn't know what his schedule is. The board gave him 4 weeks. He's looking for something that he can bank on, that he knows he's going to be here.
But again, if I make a motion right now, I'm not making a motion to sign anything, correct?
No, because
Because I don't have anything in front of me right
no,
now.
Right.
there's nothing to sign. You'd
So-
be extending what you got already.
Right, my motion is going to be, I would move to engage Irv Riley Cleaning to clean the town hall until the end of,
Just the town hall?
All of-
sorry,
Yeah.
The buildings?
Is
The
it two
town hall,
buildings?
library, and police.
town hall, library, and police until the end of the year.
and he only cleans, right? There's no shoveling, nothing.
That's correct.
And how is this fitting in the budget if we hire him that long? Can we afford it? I mean, how does that compare to the job, what we're paying in the job we haven't been able to fill?
You don't have anybody to pay.
Oh, right, I understand, but should someone come available in 6 months' time, I'm just saying, is his fee equal to or less than the position we're trying to hire for?
Well, if you figure it, I mean, if I do a quick calculation, it would cost you less, I believe, to hire somebody than to go this route.
Yeah,
Let's say you pay him $20 an hour, the person, right? He spends 4 hours here, right? So there's what, $80? And then he spends, 4 hours, let's say he spends 4 hours at each building, just to keep things simple. So that's what? Well, let's not have to do the math here. So that's
It's
120
$80
times
for each
20.
building.
2,400.
So yeah, so it's about the same. If he were to spend that much time at each building, 4 hours at each building, which probably should take about 4 hours to do a good
Okay,
job.
my only concern is if, for example, we still technically need a custodian. This is nothing to say this guy's doing a great job, I know. But we're still hoping at some point to hire a custodian. And it's very hard to fill. We understand that. So this guy's doing a great service. That said, if we hire him for the year, we're shutting down that possibility. And is that a wise use of taxpayer dollars? That's the question I have.
Yeah, I wouldn't agree with the statement we're shutting down that possibility. First of
Well,
all,
I'm
we
just
don't,
saying, if we find someone in 6 months and we've hired him for a year, then
we're not hiring him for a year.
oh, you said end of year, I heard your motion, that's
Right,
all.
engage with him to clean the town, clean the buildings until the end of the year. The world could change in 6 months,
So we just carry 2 guys
Oh,
for
yeah.
whatever period that is.
Right, but if we make a commitment to the end of the year, we have to keep that. So that's why I would say maybe you make a commitment for 6 months with the potential till the end of the year, and we continue to put out to try to hire a custodian. in the
Right, I
meantime.
mean, we can decide on what we want to do there, but I'm thinking this gentleman's looking for some sort of notice, right? He's basically, if we hired a custodian in July and we told him, hey, we hired a custodian, we're only going to use you for another month or 2. Like, that's what I would be in favor of doing if that situation comes up, but I don't see the world changing that much in that amount of time.
I agree. I just want to make sure
Yeah.
that he has what he needs, and if something should come up in 6 months, that we keep honor our agreement to everybody.
Yeah, there's not an agreement.
Well, then what, if it's not an agreement with this gentleman, what is it, Diane? I'm confused.
I don't know.
Yeah, like if we're saying, hey, we're going to keep you at least 6 months, so now you know that you can go buy this equipment out of pocket, you can afford to do a better job, then we have to keep him for the 6 months, right? We
All
can't
my,
just say, oh, you find a
just-
custodian, forget it.
I'm going to stick with my motion as put out there. My motion is to give this business owner a clear intention on our part.
That we will honor?
This is our intention to honor it at this point.
Who seconded that?
I don't think anybody did.
Nobody?
Kate started talking, maybe she did.
So I need
Nope.
a second.
Not in that language, doesn't work for me.
No second.
I can't. He's a relative of mine.
Oh, is he really?
Oh,
Charlie, is your mic on? Because I can't hear you at all.
That's right here.
Is it turned on, though?
Kate, do you want to second it or no?
well, I just want something more concrete for this gentleman than our intention, whether it's something in writing or something that he can count on.
Can you hear me?
That's all.
So my motion fails then.
But can you redo the motion where it's
So
something
why don't you
more than-
do the motion then? You know what you
Well, I'm
want.
trying to figure out that, because we can't do a contract, right? Is that what I'm hearing?
I mean, even if we go to August 1st, that's still a 5-month agreement.
Yeah, I'm just saying that we would honor the agreement to keep him through at least August 1st with the intention of
And
longer.
The whole intention was temporary till we hire somebody.
Well,
Right.
maybe do
That
6
could fall
months.
through.
Huh?
Maybe do 6 months, because even if you hire somebody, we have to do background and whatever. It's
I
going to
think
take
6
time.
months is good. I just think the intention
So-
is not
so
honorable
Kate-
to
Kate-
the gentleman.
September 1st,
Kate, make a motion.
September
Just how do
1st.
you make a motion of something that's not a contract? That we agree, I make a motion that we hire, I don't have the thing in front of me, sorry.
Steve,
That we
is it Steve?
let
Irving.
him know that we will retain him for at least 6 more months.
Which is September 1st.
Till September
March,
1st.
April,
and then
May,
revisit
June,
the
July,
issue
August,
at that
September.
time.
That's 6 months.
Second.
Yeah, at which point we revisit the issue.
Wait a minute, hold on.
April,
March, April, May, June, July, August, 6 months, and then September 1st, right?
December 1st.
Okay,
Second.
Matt, second. Any discussion? Kate?
Aye.
Matt?
Aye.
Aye, and Charlie abstains. Okay. All right. Review mask mandate for town buildings.
Don't we have, before we leave that one, don't we have the snow shoveling as well? Since it's,
Oh, God, yes.
you want to talk about it now since it's the same?
It's not the same person.
It's not the same person, but it's essentially the same reason. You know, we're still trying to hire somebody. We're probably not going to hire somebody before March, so we need to get through the snow season.
Well, you're not going to like what I have anyway, so.
Yeah.
So the people that Matt had pointed me to, we met on last Thursday. I walked the person around this building, what we need shoveled. We did the library, and we went over to the police station. And I called today, and they are unable to do it because it's a lot more than they have people to do. So he said for budgetary purposes, and I'm glad everybody is sitting down, it would be $5,000 for the season.
Wait, the rest of this season?
No, well, no, he can't do it this season.
Oh, we can't do it this
He
season?
cannot do it, he does not have the people to do it. If we were to budget it for next year,
Yeah,
he would recommend 5,000.
Yep.
Hey, I might, okay. Well, I'm not gonna vote on that right now.
And basically,
Well, no,
this
you-
was just an ad I saw on Facebook, so
Yeah.
I don't even know who the guy is.
All right.
I have someone in mind, I just came to my mind, I'll let you know, Diane.
So the only problem is, and I don't think it's going to snow this week, but we're basically, and we did this a year ago too, is we're taking it storm by storm right now. So we don't have anybody right now, so we need somebody soon.
Matt, what happened with you asking Ron?
Asking who?
Ron,
Well, I asked the road agent, and his thing is, he told the board a few months ago, is they're in the trucks. That's what they're doing. So once the storm's over and they're off the roads, like a couple of weeks ago, whenever that storm was, he had somebody do the town hall. But the thing about it is, we can't really rely on the timing of the storm. If we have to open the town hall on Monday morning, for example, and the trucks are still out there, they're shorthanded with the trucks because it's hard to get the CDL drivers and the plow drivers and everything. So we're in a tough predicament. I assume it's similar to the reason why this company can't support it is because they're having trouble finding people. So
Can I ask one quick question? So this is for two things. It's for shoveling the walkways, and what else?
That's it.
that's it.
Walkways
That's
and
it. So,
walkways and the doors.
right, usually lawn services do that per storm. Like really good lawn services do that in the winter. I mean, that's what my mother uses. So I sent you two things, Diane. That's just another idea.
So last year, I went out and reached out to a company that does property management, and the board, we didn't want to do it because it was too expensive. That was $3,500.
Right.
So you know, the board needs to decide how much they're willing to spend, because if you can't spend the 35 and you don't want to spend the 5, you're not going to get somebody to come in for like $25 and do it. You just, like Matt says, the workforce isn't there to do stuff like this anymore.
So, okay, I'm just, again, where my mom lives, most of the landscaping lawn people have businesses that do plowing and shoveling. So that's just one more thing to consider looking at. And I know one person I just recall that does my neighbors, and I sent you their number, who may be available.
Yeah,
And
I know
until
that-
then, we'll just have to do what we do.
I know that a couple of weeks ago, maybe a week ago, I sent Diane 3 companies that we found just on Facebook advertising. They had advertised at the beginning of the season, and she only heard back from the one, right?
Yep. The other guy had
Yeah,
to
we're a little
put
late in
out
the
that he was
season.
looking for somebody to shovel his
Exactly.
driveway, so
Yeah.
it's like, okay, that's not gonna work. The other one was charity, so I didn't think we should go for charity.
Yeah, true, yeah.
I didn't feel comfortable.
You know, the
Not
people
paying.
who do our landscaping in the summer, I mean, don't they do some of that shoveling in the winter? Did you ask them?
I don't think they do.
But check out, you never know, and they may know someone.
Okay, moving on to F.
So before we leave this,
We
you know,
need something.
we're praying for no snow then. That's what we're gonna do tonight? I mean,
No.
we've been
we
doing this for a year,
We need a solution.
yeah.
There's no one just willing to do anything for the rest of this season, right? As needed.
I think you even asked the library has somebody, correct?
Yes, I did ask
Reached
the
out to
person
them
at
and
the
they were
library.
not interested.
That person's not interested in doing more. That's correct, Kate.
Huh?
Okay, review mask mandate for town buildings.
So no solutions,
The
right?
solution is we have no solution.
Yeah,
We
we're
still
gonna
need
work on it.
to keep looking for people ASAP. And if any of us hear of anything, we'll let you know ASAP.
So
And
if
if
you know
anyone out
some.
there listening, call us.
I know.
No.
So if it snows and it's dangerous, we're not opening. That's what it comes down to. Because it's not just us, it's the people coming in. If they fall and get hurt,
Right.
we're gonna get sued.
I totally agree with you. And you should not have to be doing your shoveling. We need to find someone.
Yeah, we're not doing it anymore.
No, that you could really hurt yourself.
Whatever, shut town hall down. E, F, mask mandate, who put that on?
I did because I spoke with the staff downstairs, and we feel that we are comfortable enough that we do not need to require mask mandates. If there are a lot of people in there and we're uncomfortable, we'll put our mask on if we have to go out.
What does Trish have to say about it?
What do you
Oh,
say,
she's
you're
not here.
recommending to lift it?
That's what we're recommending.
I think we're safe now. I mean, a lot of cities and towns are lifting it.
Well, I know we have a lot of people in town with it still.
And, you know, we'll just leave it as option. Nobody at the transfer station is, I mean, the residents are wearing them because, you know, it's outside, number one. That probably should have been the last place, but I'm in favor as far as, you know, what we're reading with the CDC and all that.
So
I
we
think
need-
the only really mandate now is transportation because it's a federal requirement. But I see that getting lifted probably within the next month or two. So
So
do
we
we
need a
want to throw it
motion.
out there as a motion or
Yeah, we would need a motion to
no
make
motion, then
them
we'll do
optional.
discussion. You want to do a motion?
I'll make a motion that we
Lift the mask
lift, yeah,
mandate.
that's the word I was gonna, lift the mask mandate for the town buildings?
To include the transfer station?
Yes.
Yeah, so
Well,
second
that's
for
fine.
discussion.
Yeah, so I'll second for discussion until, are you going to include the transfer station?
Okay. Any discussion?
Well, I just make an assumption, honor system assumption that if you have any symptoms, put your mask on.
Absolutely, if you want to wear it, you
I
can
wanna
still
wear one,
wear
wear
it.
one.
Yeah, because I knew a couple instances where people had it. I'm not saying with people we know, and did not wear a mask and showed up. So I think that would be bad.
Okay, roll call. Kate?
Aye.
Charlie?
Aye.
Matt?
Aye?
Aye.
Right.
Take it off.
I can breathe again.
I think mine stuck to my face, so I can't take it off.
Stuck to my face.
G, review quotes to resolve the water quality issues at the safety complex. So Diane, you did Epping?
So
No,
I
really
had a
good job.
comparison sheet for you out there. It's called.
Can we read it?
What did you say, Kate?
Can I read the total cost difference? Hello?
So the two we got here for total cost,
Big difference.
Yes, there is a big difference.
Advanced radon and water treatment, the total cost doing the fire station and police is $13,675. Epping well and pump, $22,000.
so what does the board think? Any comments?
I make a motion to hire advanced radon and water treatment.
So second for discussion, I think one of the reasons for doing this is, have we identified that it's apples and oranges? I mean, it's apples and apples, right? They're
Yeah, when
gonna-
they spoke last week,
It's
2
the
weeks
same
ago.
service, they just,
It's a slightly different approach. I'm sure they're both great. I do know personally through the DES has used advanced radon water treatment. So considering they're both reputable
sound
and one
cool.
is $10,000 less, I can't imagine why we'd hire the other one.
I'm good.
So where's the funds coming from?
From Matt.
I'll have a check for you on Monday. So I would assume, what's our engineering account at these days? So that's the
8 Merrimack Road one?
yeah, the
rent
rental
rent
income.
account, yep.
Ballpark, what's that at
Like
these
40
days?
something, ain't it? The last time.
Give me a second, I can look it
I
up.
think you're right, I think
I
it's
think the
around
last time was
40.
like 40 something.
So my suggestion would be we take it from there.
So what, do we have to vote on the company first?
Right, but in the motion, you could put to come out of the,
Okay. So who are we going with?
did Kate?
Advanced,
Yeah,
advanced
advanced
radon.
radon and water treatment for $13,675.
Okay, and somebody second that?
Yeah, I'll second.
Discussion,
All
yeah,
right, Matt, second for discussion, and we're just waiting for the
to find out where it's coming from.
correct.
There's also the town building fund, the capital reserve.
I feel like we've been hitting that a lot lately.
Yeah, well, we don't spend that other money on anything, do we?
Not usually.
Huh?
Not usually, and it does get fed regularly, well, once a year.
It's like 12,000, right? Yeah,
Yeah.
about there.
Yeah.
I think there's $54,329.
All right, so Kate, if you can add to your motion that it's going to come out of the, what's it, engineering?
8 Merrimack Road Engineering.
8 Merrimack Road
Revolving fund.
engineering account.
Okay, I move that we go with advanced radon water treatment for the sum of $13,675 coming from the 8 Merrimack Road engineering account.
And Matt,
Capital
you still a
reserve.
second?
Capital
Capital
reserve.
reserve.
Still a second.
Capital reserve.
Any more discussion? Charlie?
Aye.
Kate?
Aye.
Matt?
Aye.
I'm an aye, okay. H, review, update the personnel policy. Kate, you put that on?
No, but I mean, it's what we discussed. Wait, hold on. Diane wrote it up beautifully. Hold on, I'm loading it.
So
well,
the update
how-
is the
Okay, I'm
purchasing,
trying to
correct?
go to the page. Or can we just make a motion to accept the update as written?
That sounds like a good motion. I'm going to second it.
Second for discussion, any
At
discussion on
least
it?
put in what the motion's for.
Oh,
Yeah,
for
what's the update?
Hold on, I'm trying to get the page.
So there was, Kate had some wording from the last meeting, and you guys wanted me to update the personnel policy to reflect the wording, which is part-time employees,
Thank you.
and it had to do with holiday. If a normal working day should fall on a federal holiday and that precludes one from working, then the employee may arrange to make up the lost hours within that pay period. The department head will make every reasonable effort to accommodate the employee's efforts to make up those lost hours.
I move to amend our personnel policy to include this verbiage.
So you're going to make a motion to accept as written the amended policy?
Yes, please.
I thought so.
I'm still a second on that.
Matt second, any more discussion on the personnel policy? Okay, roll call. Kate?
Aye.
Charlie?
Aye.
Matt?
Aye.
Aye. And the next one is the purchasing policy?
Excuse me. Yes, so I think Kim and I worked on this, and I think this will help when you have an emergency repairs. For, let's say, like a fire truck needs brakes. And instead of having to go around and wait for the board,
Yeah.
okay, this would help out in that case. So I sent that to everybody. Hopefully you reviewed it.
Can you just refresh what the dollar amount was? That's all.
No, there's no dollar amount. That's the key. There's no dollar amount.
As long
It
as they
has-
have the money in their budget,
Well, this is for an emergency. So if, like I said, if the brakes need fixing,
yeah.
it's got to come from someplace, right?
Right.
But if it's over the bid mark, you know, the $1,500, whatever, then this would help them get that repaired quickly.
But
So-
they have to have the money in their budget, because otherwise we don't know where the money's coming
Right,
from.
yes, they would still have to have them, yes, that's
Yeah,
correct.
that's
Yes,
what,
Larry,
that's what
right,
Larry's
sorry,
asking, yes.
So
So-
if it needs a repair and it's 1,500 and under, they don't need the board's approval,
Correct,
as long as they have the money in their
In your
budget.
budget.
right.
If they want to hit the capital reserve or something else,
They have to come to the
have to
board.
come to us, even if it's 1,500 and under, correct?
Yep,
Even
correct.
if it doesn't follow the purchase policy, which is 1,500 or over, right? 1,500 over, they have to get a requisition. And it has to come before the board has to sign off on it. So what this will do is expedite that time-sensitive.
Okay. Can I
So
get a
if-
motion on that one?
So, quick question. So because police department and fire department have their capital reserve funds
Correct.
that they voters will hopefully add to this year and stuff, do they have to come to the board to go into those?
Yeah,
Because you're the agents of those
Right.
funds.
So it'd be nice to work out a system there so they don't have to wait 2 weeks, but
well, this is what this system will do.
yeah,
It will tell you where it's going to come from, and then, it says, if the request is time-sensitive, the requisition with attached quote or estimate, and a memo from the department head explaining the emergency request for approval shall be emailed to the town administrator or board secretary, who in turn will forward to the board. The board shall be polled via email for a decision. If a majority of the board approves, the town administrator or board secretary will notify the department head of the authorization to proceed with the requested purchase/service. The requisition must still be signed by the Board of Selectmen at their next meeting.
so
Still following the, right,
So the way you wrote it, though, is contrary to the statute, because you can't have a meeting via email.
correct. You're just polling the board saying,
Authorizing the repair.
I don't have it in front of me, so you did write poll the board?
I said, poll
Okay.
the board.
So I'm still good with a second.
All right, so Matt's second. Any more discussion?
Who made the motion to accept it?
I think Charlie.
Charlie.
Okay, thank you.
Katie?
Aye.
Charlie?
Aye.
Matt?
Aye.
I'm an aye. Okay. Oh, excuse me. Review the 2022 voters guide.
Yep.
Is there any comments that look good?
Nope.
No? Okay, so that's gonna go.
So that's okay to post then on their website?
Please do so.
Nobody has any issues? Katie, you have no issues with the voters guide?
Not yet.
All right, so, K, we already talked about, snow removal from the entrance of the library, town hall, police station. I'm gonna go A. Any other business? Manifest.
Okay. Signed the manifest dated February 15th, 2022, in the amount of $123,881.58.
Second?
Second by Matt, any discussion? Kate?
Aye.
Charlie?
Aye.
Matt?
Aye.
I'm an aye.
Sign cable vendor manifest dated February 15th, 2022, in the amount of $11,669.40.
Second?
Second by Matt. Any discussion? Kate?
Aye.
Matt?
Aye.
Charlie?
Aye.
I'm an aye.
Signed police special detail vendor manifest dated February 15th, 2022, in the amount of $1,647.44.
I'll second that. Any discussion? Matt?
Aye.
Kate?
Aye.
Charlie?
Aye.
I'm an aye.
Signed payroll manifest for pay period January 20th to February 12th, 2022, with a pay date of February 17th, 2022. Total payroll is $72,868.62, which includes $796.14 from the ARPA administrative cost.
Second?
Second by Matt. Any discussion? Kate?
Aye.
Charlie?
Aye.
Matt?
Aye.
I'm an aye.
Okay, appointment. Sign appointment for Robert Watson as a deputy forest fire warden per recommendation from Chief Alcadino.
Second?
Second by Matt. Any discussion? Charlie?
Aye.
Kate?
Aye.
Matt?
Aye.
And I'm an aye.
Sign appointment for Patricia Madison as a member of the Cable Committee for a 3-year term per recommendation from the Cable Committee, term to expire April 30th, 2025.
Second?
Second by Matt. Any discussion? Kate?
Aye.
Charlie?
Aye.
Matt?
Aye.
I'm an aye.
Sign appointment for Sarah Woodman as a member of the Cable Committee for a 3-year term per recommendation from the Cable Committee, term to expire on April 30th, 2025.
Second?
Second by Matt. Any discussion? All in favor? Kate?
Aye.
Charlie?
Aye.
Matt?
Aye.
I'm an aye. So appointments are done. We did approval.
The only other business that's worth mentioning is March 8th is a town meeting, so we need to have a quorum of selectmen there. I'll be able to be there from opening until about 6 p.m., so I don't know what other people's availability
I
is
did
going
check
to
my
be.
schedule, but I know I'll do either first half, second half, or the whole day. I gotta check my work.
And remember, we can appoint
there.
a pro tem, which isn't a big deal.
And that's gonna be at the fire station.
Yep.
Approval of minutes. Did we already do that? No. Can I get a motion for February 1st and 9th? Non-public?
So moved?
Okay.
Second?
Second by Matt. Any discussion? Kate?
Aye.
Charlie?
Aye.
Matt?
Aye.
I'm an
Are
aye.
you just doing the non-public?
Huh?
Did you say non-public and public, or just
It
non-public?
says non-public and public.
You did say both?
Yeah.
Okay, thanks. I thought I only heard one, so.
Review non-public session minutes for unsealing. Any announcements?
Candidates, meet the candidates is
Oh, yes,
February
that's
17th. That's
this Thursday,
Thursday,
right?
6 PM.
Okay, any more?
Is that going to be on Zoom as well?
No, I can't do both.
Motion to adjourn
Just
at
cable and live?
8 o'clock.